How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is MJ, and this is MJ Hokage bringing you another Japanese set to talk about. Today we're going to talk about Pokemon Shiny Treasures E-Class EX, which is the high class set coming out of Japan. The English version is going to come out mid-January, so I'm also excited for that. Later we're going to have to compare the prices between Paldean Fates and Shiny Treasures EX. So, today we're going to talk about the booster box prices, where you can get these booster boxes, and where you can get them possibly a lot cheaper than other places. And we're going to talk about the current values of the top SAR cards, and I'm sure you already know they are sky high. And for the price of the booster box, I believe it's totally worth it. Now, let's go ahead and jump right in it. And to start off, we got this Iono trainer card going for more than $300. Now, at release, I believe it was going for almost $500, so it's dropped by like $200. But the prices of these cards are absolutely insane, so let's go ahead and jump right into the booster box prices. Now, you can get this booster box from Toys One Japan. Pretty good, reputable website I found online. Right now, it's going for $87.67. However, you still have to pay $30 shipping through them. That brings your total to $117.67. Then we have my friends over at the Cali Poke House, whom I personally have bought from. They offer free shipping a lot, and they ship their items really well. And what's great is that through TikTok, if you get anything damaged or not authentic, again, do your research, make sure it's a good company before you buy from them. But they have a good return policy as well. So right now through the Cali Poke House, this booster box of Shiny Treasures EX is going for $73.97, and that includes free shipping. So even better, right? We always like to get free shipping, and just know that we just have to possibly pay tax depending on the state you live in. Now, Cali Poke House had the booster box for $89.99 about a week ago upon release. It went down to $79, and now it's down to $73.97 as of yesterday. What's really great is you get that free shipping on top, and TikTok has these coupons where they offer 15% off your items to 25%, 20%, and even in November during Black Friday, the whole month, there were some coupons for 30% off as well. So, I also looked on V-Star Universe, and V-Star Universe is going for $91 to $100, and V-Star Universe came out, I think, a year ago in January of next year, and so that's a good indicator of maybe where this box might end up a year from now, maybe around $100. So, right now, if it's $73, it might be a good time to pick up. Now, my friends over at the 88 Japan Trading Card, that's their handle right there with the underscores. You can purchase a booster box of Shiny Treasures EX through them, through Instagram, on their page, through PayPal. And what's really great is that they also have some low shipping cost, and the booster box, I went ahead and did the transfer of Japanese yen to USD for y'all, so you don't have to worry about that. You'll still have to communicate with them and figure out what goods you want and if you'd like to purchase from them. But right now, after doing the conversion, their booster box for Shiny Treasures EX is going for $68.34. Now, if you're shipping and only getting one box, the shipping will be $17.95. If you're getting two boxes, the shipping will be $20.71. And if you're shipping 10 boxes of Shiny Treasures EX, your shipping is only $24.85. Now, out of all three of these prices, they are the cheapest price. However, you will have to pay shipping on top of that. Now, also, look at these artworks. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely amazing. I can't wait for Paldean Fates to see how they look in English, but they look fantastic. So let's go ahead and look at the prices. Right here, I looked at some eBay listings. I gave two examples of the card just so maybe we can get some different images of different lighting. What's super awesome about this Iono Trainer card is that it has the Magnemite, the Luxray, the Miss Magius, it has the Pokeballs, it has that little electric bird Pokemon, and the Rotom phone. Super epic card. I didn't know that they can go above and beyond from the first Iono uh, secret art rare, but they really went ham on this card, and it's amazing. So the eBay listings right here. This card currently in auction. It's going for, there's a bid for $300, and there's 4 days left in that auction. In another auction, this card is, the highest bid so far is $335, and there's still 4 days left in the auction. And then we have another auction with 1 day left, and the highest bid right now is $380 for this card. Then there's another auction going on where the card already has a high bid of $399 with 6 days left, but there's no bids on it. So we'll see how that turns out. And then there's a $450 Iono card that someone is selling, or for best offer. And the most expensive I found for this card was $475 or best offer. So there's the Iono card. So far, it's already selling in auction with 4 days left at $300. So that's the lowest I could find on eBay. And the highest I found was $380 in an auction with the highest bid at $380 with 1 day left. So it'll be interesting to find out in the coming weeks how much this card is selling for. But again, like I said, this booster box for $78 to $100, you're already getting a card that's valued at $300 if you were to pull it and keep it for your collection or sell it. And again, I would like to stress, because we all know in the Pokemon community that these cards upon release do start really high and they can drop depending on the interest, the pull rates. But another thing I would argue too is that these secret art rares are super hard to find. I've watched a few openings, and some people can open like 3 or 4 boxes and still not pull an SAR card. And even if they pull an SAR card, it might not be the one that they're trying to look for. So keep that in mind. The next card, we have this awesome Charizard, Shiny Terastallized Dark type Charizard EX. Super awesome. I went ahead and found 2 pictures just because I wanted to see it kind of in different lighting. On the left, you can see, you can see the bright red colors with the blues and the flames coming out of the mouth, and all this crystal action going on. Super epic. And then on this other card, you can actually see the bordering has this like terastallized effect, and these like lights coming out right here out of all that crystal diamond. It looks so sick. And then you could see like the crown on top. It looks so nice. Okay, so let's look at how much this card is going for right now in December. All right, I think it's December 8th right now. So we have a listing, $250.98. 3 of them have been sold, and there's 1 left from that seller. Then we have another listing for $252.48. 3 of them have been sold, and there's 1 left from that seller. Then we had some listings for $257.49, $299.99, and $270. We have another listing for $275. 6 of those have been sold, and there's 10 left. And there's also 3 days left of this sale. So this seller went ahead and put it for X amount of days at a certain price, and 6 of them have sold at $275. So what's interesting is we have some sold at $250 and some sold at $275. I don't know when that sale started, but a lot of times on eBay, if there's like a sale going on for, so let's say 7 days, and someone is selling their Charizard for $275, some people might see that and be like, hey, I might need to buy that card at $275. They have this many. I want to get one at that price. So it's really important, especially upon release of cards, that you either sit and wait or you find a price that you're willing to pay for these awesome cards. And then we have the most expensive card I found for this Charizard was $405 or best offer. All right. So we know for sure that it's been selling for $250 as of late. All right, this next card, the Gardevoir EX card. Super sweet card. You got the Pachirisu family or friends sleeping right here. You have the Wooper that everyone talks about, just stunned by Gardevoir EX's glory. So yeah, look at this sweet blue shiny card. Super nice. So far for the listings, we have a listing for $138 with 5 available. Then we have a listing for $199.98 with 1 left. Then we have a listing, this is important to note right here, $119.99. 5 of them have sold and there's 1 left, so we know for sure people are buying at $119. And then we have a listing for $199.99 and there's 1 left. I don't remember how many were sold at that price, but we do know that some are being sold for $119 right now. All right, there's the Gardevoir EX. Beautiful card. Then we have this super sweet epic. It keeps growing on me more and more as I look at it and as I see more pictures of it. Look at the hollow pad. Look at the hollowness of this Pokeball. So sweet. Here's this, like a scan right here or an up close version of it. But yeah, and then look at this Umbreon. Just like ready to go out, do some work, put in that training, put in that effort. Let's go, Penny. So, sweet card, the Penny card, trainer card. Right here are the eBay listings. We have $99 sold auction today. I literally saw it with like 5 minutes left and I was just curious. It was at $94 and then it finally sold at $99. So that was fun to watch while I was creating this video and going over these prices. So yeah, it sold today. I watched it happen at $99. Then we have a listing for $96 in auction with 2 days left. So that's the highest bid right now is $96. So that's still a lot of time. So we'll see. It might sell for more than $99. And then we have the next listing for $114.66 or best offer. And there's tons of listing for $114, $115. So interesting. One card today is sold for $99. There's one in auction with the highest bid for $96. And then right now, there's a ton of listings for $115. So, interesting, right? It's selling for $99 to maybe $115, we'll see. And then the most expensive one that I can find was a listing for $220 or best offer. So there's that Penny Trainer card. Now let's go on to, in 4th place right now, out of all these cards, is the Mew EX card. Super sweet. You got all these Pokemon. You got the Rattata. You got the Poliwhirl. You got the Bellsprout, the Diglett in the background. And I love this Oddish right here. This Oddish is just like chilling like, whoa, look at that Mew. And this Rattata is just chilling on the side. This Bellsprout's just doing the Bellsprout. If anyone knows that, Bellsprout from that original Pokemon movie. Anyways, okay, so eBay listings. This Pokemon card is going for $75 in auction with 3 days left. So that's the highest bid, $75. A lot of time left, so we'll see what happens with that. And then we have another auction, $110 with 1 day left. So the highest bid right now for someone's card is $110. Then we have $118, buy it now, last one. So that means that this card's been selling for $118 for that person. And they have one more left for $118. We'll see if they get that last one sold. Then we have another listing for $114, buy it now. $121, buy it now. There's a listing for a Mew EX for $125 or best offer. And then the most expensive I could find on eBay was a Mew EX going for $149.99. So we'll see if that ends up selling. It'll be interesting to see this auction, how much this card ends up going for with 24 hours left. And yeah, this one too, $75 with 3 days left. So we'll see. All right. Next, we have the Nimona card, trainer card. Super sick. She's got the, what is it, the paw knot? The shiny paw knot. It's like a red card. Looks a little orange here, but here's a card in hand from my friends over at the 88 Japan Trading Card. They have this card on hand. So if you want to go to Instagram and hit them up and see how much they're selling for it in yen, and you can do the conversion. But yeah, super sweet card. Some of these SAR trainer cards have that Pokeball in the middle. Some people didn't like that it was like just in the middle of the card, but I think it just has a cool aesthetic look if you were to have all the SARs with that Pokeball. And so Nimona, the action shot, the swirl of the Pokeball coming out. You can kind of see that right here. And yeah, super sweet card. So let's look at the listings. Right now, there's a listing, not too bad, not too expensive right now. There's a listing for $37.78 or best offer. There's also one in auction for $20.50 with 5 days left. So we'll see how high that gets. Right now, it's already at 20, so we'll see. And then there's a card for $37.70 or best offer. And then I found tons and tons of listings at $37 and $38. I'm not sure if people are willing to pay that price yet, but the majority of the listings I did see for around $38. And then there's a card for $48 or best offer. There's tons of listings, not only for like $37, but for some reason there's a ton for $48 to $50. So I don't know if these particular people think their card is like more pristine or anything, but again, upon release, especially for Japanese cards, there can be a little bit of fluctuations in how much people are valuing their card and how much they're selling and how much people are willing to buy one day at one price and then maybe another day at a different price. So that'll be fun to see in the coming months where these kind of cards land, where they kind of dip, because upon release, they're normally a little more expensive and then they kind of dip. But it depends on the card. We've seen that Magikarp, in English at least, skyrocket to the moon. So it really depends on the card you're looking at and how rare it is to pull and the appeal and popularity of the card. And then I found the most expensive listing for $150. So I'm not sure if anyone's going to buy it for that much, but who knows? In the future, people could really appreciate this card and it could go up in value, but we'll see. And then we have the Clive card, the Clive trainer card. Here he is in the middle. All the Team Star hanging out. Mel right here, or Mela right there. And there's the Penny with their Sylveon. Super sweet card. The Psyduck chilling. Alright, so for the eBay listings, I thought this card was going to be more expensive, but right now, there's a ton of these cards. One of them is $32 for best offer. Then we have a card at $32.80. 15 have been sold, and they're almost gone. So a lot of people are willing to pay $32 for this card. Maybe they're seeing an opportunity. Maybe this card they think is a great card. First off, maybe it's one of their favorite cards. I've heard from content creators that this is their favorite card they want to pull, and luckily for them, it's not very expensive. So 15 sold at $32.80. Then we have a card for $33.68. Buy it now. Then we have a ton of listings from $40 to $57, so that'll be interesting to see if they sell at that price range. And then I found the most expensive listing at $80. So let's continue. All right, the last one is this Arvin SAR card. Again, highlighting that Pokeball right there. It's kind of funny how all the food's spilling everywhere. And but yeah, so this has been, I think, the cheapest card, right? Yeah. It's the last card on the list. We have a auction going for $5.50, and it ends in 2 days. Then we have a listing at $26.80, and then we have a ton of listings in between $27 and $64. And the highest listing I found was for $64. So, what are your thoughts on this set? Do you think this set is really that hype? To me, it looks like these are incredible cards. Japanese quality tends to be superior than English quality. And as of right now, these cards are just going for a lot of cachet. At least when it comes to the upper tier cards, starting with the Mew. It's selling right now for $110 in auction with a day left. And then we have some eBay listings for that penny card at $99. And there's a ton of listings at $115, so we'll see how much that drops in the coming weeks. Will it stay around $100? Will it fall below $100? And then will this Mew EX, will it go above $100 or will it stay under $100? There's a lot of buy it nows for $115, so we'll see. And then that Gardevoir EX, one left at $199. A ton of them were sold at $119, so will that drop to under $100? And then the Charizard EX, a lot of them have sold for $250, so we'll see. Does that go down to like $210, or does it stay around $220, $250? Some people have bought for $275, but again, that's upon release, so I could see this card going down to $200 and staying around there. But again, it just depends on how hard also are these cards to pull. And then the top chase card, or the most expensive card in the set, is going for about $300 in auction with 4 days left and 1 day left in an auction for $380. So, what are your thoughts on this set? Do you think it's worth paying $73.97 with free shipping for this set, considering all the value you can get from these cards from this set? Now, like I said earlier, it's really hard to pull these SAR cards from the set, so you got to really love Pokemon to be cracking these packs open, and just seeing if you can get, these top chase cards. There's also a lot of baby shinies. There's like 130 baby shinies in this set, so that's really fun. If you haven't seen them all, I suggest you do, because they're really cool. You're guaranteed one baby shiny, I believe, in every pack. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's an EX or a baby shiny. I think it's an EX you're guaranteed, and the baby shiny is kind of like one every 3 packs, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to double check. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this set? Is it worth $117, you think, for these valuable cards? Considering that Charizard going for 200, Gardevoir 115, and the Mew about 115. So, let me know your thoughts. Again, thank you everyone for supporting me on this channel. If you haven't been here yet, please do me a favor and, come back. And maybe you can subscribe later. But I'm going to continue making videos. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed, for me it's evening. Have a blessed day for you if it's the daytime. And thank you again for joining my channel. This is MJ Hokage, and I'll be back again. Peace and love. Thank you.